Hey, I'm Alex with Marc's Mobility, and in this video we're going to show you a HD power chair by Hoveround, so stay tuned. What we have here is a Hoveround XHD. This particular unit is a 450-pound weight capacity unit. Now it is not made necessarily for speed, but it is made for power. This unit has been out for many years and it is a very dependable unit. Once again, it's 450-pound capacity. You can see the drive configuration. This is what they would call a front wheel drive, where your drive wheel and your motors are more towards the front, and then in the back you have swivel wheels. Now I do want to mention, because it is an HD unit, you do actually have 4 swivel wheels in the back. You know, each caster has 2 wheels on it. So I have had these units. We have sold these for many years. This is a very good chair, very dependable for people that do want to get out and about and kind of go through their yard and all different types of terrains. The Hoveround XHD is one of the best 450-pound power chairs to be able to get out and kind of navigate your yard without being one of those high-end extreme 4x4 type chairs. Now this particular unit here is going to have about 6 to 8 total hours of drive time on the unit, so it is almost in new condition, but this is a used power chair. Now Hoveround does have some pretty standard features across the board that are good or bad depending on what you're looking for. When you get into these types of Hoverounds, they do not have a reclining type seat back. Now you do have a bolt over here that you can remove and you can kind of adjust the back angle, but typically with Hoverounds, your seat folds down forward for easy storage, and then you just pull it back to the position that you want. Like I said, there's no spring-loaded handle on there to be able to adjust the overall seat of the unit. Some of the key things that are good about Hoverounds on this one here, not all, but most of the Hoveround XHDs are going to come with air tires in the front and solid tires in the back. Now what makes these unique, they are almost a 4-inch wide. If you really put your tape measure on it, it's probably 3 3/4 by about a 10-inch tire. So it is wider, it is going to track well through the yard. On the Hoveround XHDs, you are going to have two 75 amp batteries that are located here underneath your seat. We do want to mention in all the videos, we are going to have links to this chair in the description below, and we're also going to have links for videos. So if you're looking, or links for the batteries, excuse me. So if you are looking for any batteries on pretty much any power chair or scooter on the market, give us a call. We do ship batteries right to somebody's door. Now on this particular unit, like all Hoverounds, the arms are going to flip up. So if you did want to slide transfer in, you are able to do that. Now the joystick is able to go either on the right or the left hand side. Currently right now it is on the right, but you can easily move it from one side to the other. And in the back of the unit you have knobs back here that you can loosen, and you can actually adjust the width of the arms. So right now these arms are tucked all the way in, so I want to mention the widest point on this chair is going to be outside of arm to outside of arm, which is 28 inches overall in width. That's going to put you in between the arms at about 22 inches. Now granted, that is your most narrow position, 22 inches in between the arms and 28 inches from outside of arm to outside of arm. We mentioned that because a lot of times specs from different manufacturers will tell you a width, but they're going to give you the wheelbase. They're not going to give you necessarily the armrest. So on here, online, Hoveround's going to say their chair is 27, I think in 1/4 inches overall width, but really this is going to be your armrest. At 28 inches is going to be your widest point. Now what makes Hoveround really nice as well is you are going to have a high ground clearance on here as well. I want to say the ground clearance on these Hoverounds is over 3 inches of ground clearance, and you're also going to have really heavy HD motors here in the front. Now these motors, you're going to have 2 knobs right here on both sides, one connecting to each motor. If you were to push those down, that's going to disengage your electromagnetic brakes and allow you to put it in freewheel to push it around. Another great feature is Hoveround has this really wide foot plate. That's 18 inches in width, and then it's about 10.5 inches in depth, but it's solid all the way across. It does flip up for easy access, so people really like that, because a lot of units have really small foot plates on there. So to have that 18-inch width, you can kind of kick your feet out. You don't have to necessarily put your feet right next to each other on the foot plate. There are a couple different height adjustments on there for seat to ground height. Currently we're set up at about 21 inches. You are able to bring that down a little bit, probably get it to 20 inches, or get up a little bit higher, maybe to 22 inches. So there's a little bit of adjustment on here. The actual seat on this particular unit is going to measure 23 inches wide by about 18 inches in depth. I have not seen many Hoverounds with deeper than 18 inches in depth, so that is one negative side. If you're very tall, it is only 18 inches in depth, so I would say somebody 6'5", 6'6", and taller, that might be a little too short for you, but it is wide seat. It is going to be very comfortable type seat. So if you're looking for a unit that has the 450-pound capacity that can go inside your home, but can also navigate terrains outside very easily, this one will be a good unit to look at. Now go ahead, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to kind of show you driving in different terrains, so follow us out there. All right, what we have here is the Hoveround XHD. This is a 450-pound front-wheel drive chair. Now it is a little bit shorter of an overall length, but it is a front-wheel drive, so you can see it doesn't quite turn as tight as a mid-wheel drive, but because it's a shorter wheelbase, it is going to turn smaller than some longer front-wheel drive units. You can see why I love this though right here, this foot plate. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall, 210 pounds, but I can kick my feet out wide. You know, most people don't like to put their feet all the way together. They like to have a little bit more width. You can see that's a nice sturdy foot plate all the way around. Like I said earlier, the only disadvantage of these is these 18-inch depth seats. So you see that I'm 6 foot tall and there's still a little bit of room up here, but I have plenty of room in overall width. Now the armrest can expand out on either side, and what I really like about this unit, it is really good in non-paved surfaces as well. So when I get heavier set individuals that want to ride a chair that's outside, this is a great unit for them to consider. So go ahead and follow me over there. I'm going to kind of do this over here in this different terrain, and you can kind of see what it can handle. XHD, like I said, it's not a 4x4 chair, but you can see this is non-paved surface. This has got some good amount of leaves, some good amount of slopes. This unit has plenty of power. So when I demonstrate that, because I get this asked pretty often, well, hey, I do, want to go out in my yard, I still want to do this, X, Y, and Z. If you can fit the 28 inches in overall width through your door frame, and you're not a very, very tall person, and you're under 450 pounds, I'm telling you, the Hoveround XHD is a very dependable chair. It's not necessarily made for speed, but it is made for power, so if that's what you're looking for, go ahead and consider this unit here.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.